It's been pretty good. I mean, I know Friday night we were battling back for most of the game, so I thought that was good. There was a lot of fight in the room, and then obviously Saturday, certainly we didn't make it any easier on ourselves with those penalties, so just guys giving it sort of the full 60 minutes was huge for us, and Friday night, 65. So.
I know after that season opening when Coach was saying that discipline was something he was a little concerned about, and after the last game when you guys took the penalties that you did, how much has that been a conversation piece this week about being more disciplined?
Yeah, it's definitely something that we focus on, especially playing skilled teams like in Omaha and obviously like in Northeastern this weekend that are going to have good power plays. So staying out of the box ends up going a long way for us. So it's something that we focused on last week, and I'm sure it'll be a big point of emphasis this week as well.
How do you even work on that? I mean, there are things, you know, if for whatever reason your offense is struggling, you can do drills to get that up.
Mm-hmm.
How do you work on not taking penalties?
Plenty of reminders during practice from the coaching staff. If anything's close, it usually gets called or brought up. So I think just little reminders. I mean, guys are going to play hard, so there's going to be plays that are close. It's just doing your best to make sure that you're towing that line on the right side of it, I guess.
What are your thoughts on just how some of the young guys are doing here early on in the season? Obviously, you don't really know how they're going to respond until you kind of see them in game action.
Mm-hmm. It's been awesome. I mean, you can tell they were excited. They've come out flying so far, and then obviously they've been able to generate for us awesome. So I know everybody appreciates it, and it's exciting. So hopefully they can keep it going for us the rest of the year.
Heading on the road now, sometimes, you know, teams kind of figure out what they're made of, especially playing a tough team on the road. What are you hoping to see out of this team, kind of for the first time, having one of those tests?
Similar to what we've shown so far, I think. Yeah, the road trips are definitely different. I mean, last year we started out on the road for quite a bit, and it didn't go the way we wanted. So I think the road games will be a good test for us, especially against a team like Northeastern for another 2 and back-to-back nights. So it'll be something new for guys, but hopefully everybody can step up.
I know it's so early in the season, so stats and rankings and all of that might seem premature, but looking at Northeastern and the fact that they're ranked and ranked so highly in so many categories throughout, you know, their offense, their team defense, all of that, what makes them so tough? You mentioned that they're skilled.
Yeah, the Hockey East teams it's always tough to play against those guys. I mean, we haven't shown too much yet. I don't know too much about them yet this year either. So it'll be definitely just a new test for us, something different. And then obviously, yeah, the rankings are, I guess, just another spot for motivation when you're on the wrong side of it.
And I mean, what do you guys like about the way you kind of come out of the gate here?
Yeah, we've come out pretty strong. Obviously, we had a little bit of a tough test last weekend. Started off with a tie, battled a little adversity there, and it was good to come back with another win. Our offense looks like it's come along pretty well, scoring a couple goals, and was glad to see things clicking on the power play last game.
Can you talk about the rankings that just came out? Do you guys even know? Do you even care? Do you talk about it?
Yeah, we obviously it's nice to be included in the top 20 rankings there, but by no means is it the be-all, end-all. It's nice to be recognized, but obviously it's not where we want to be. We want to get further up there and keep proving ourselves worthy of that.
So this is nothing that you guys were like high-fiving each other?
No, absolutely not. It was it's definitely a nice little recognition, but realize we got a lot more work to do.
What are just some of those things, I mean, especially for young guys to kind of keep this thing going in the right direction to improve on here?
Again, it's just more pay attention to like our details that we do every day. It's just pay attention to the little stuff. It's going to get us there if we trust everything that we've been taught to do, and just continuing to play hard all the way through. We're gonna find ourselves in the spot that we deserve to be in.
You scored with opportunities that you got last year. Really good start for you this year. Do you want to consider yourself as a big-time major goal scorer in your career here?
Yeah, I'd absolutely love to do that for sure. It's again, it's really important to be given the opportunities exactly, and to play with some of the players I've been fortunate enough to play with. That definitely helps. I'd love to continue to score. Everyone would like to score, but it's just important to get the win at the end of the day. Obviously.
You must be happy with the way you started as well as your line.
Yeah, our line's been clicking absolutely. I know it's only the second week into the year, but we had a couple of preseason scrimmages a bit there, and we got clicking, and it's a matter of time before other lines do as well. But we're definitely happy with the way that we've been progressing.
As a team, are you guys taking too many penalties
Yeah, it's definitely an area we'd like to clean up a little bit. It's tough to stay out of the box, especially just the way that we play. We're a hard team to play against, so we rely heavily on our penalty kill to help a lot. Like, we're going to take penalties in a game, and last year they helped us out a lot, and I'm sure it's just a matter of time before everything starts clicking again with them.
I was going to say, your power play finally came around and was starting to click. Your penalty kill still has some work to do, obviously, from what you've seen. And what are some of those areas that they can get better on?
No, they're doing everything right. They're just it's just a matter of time. A couple unlucky bounces. They're working hard at it every day. I'm not a member of the penalty kill, but I know we see it every day. We work on it the last couple days in practice. It's being addressed for sure, and I'm sure we'll see results soon.
What makes this Northeastern team that you guys got to face so difficult to play against?
To be honest with you, we haven't seen too much video on them as of yet, but looking forward to, as the week progresses, seeing more about them. They're going to be a skilled team. All Hockey East teams are very skilled. They're going to be fast. It seems like they lost a little bit of guys last year, but so does everyone. There's going to be new guys stepping up, and we're just curious to see exactly who that'll be.
When you talk about Hockey East teams, it's kind of all playing a similar style. To beat a Hockey East team that is skilled and all that, how do you counter that generally?
I think honestly we just got to focus on our game. We're a great team as well. Like, they're going to be a good team. We have just as much skill. We're going to be just as fast. We got to focus on playing our game and executing our systems, and we should be fine.
Into the top 20, talked to a couple of the guys about it. It's not a big deal, is it?
Hasn't been brought up, and it's not going to be brought up. So it's just one of those. I guess it's good for the media. I guess it's good for recruiting, and we leave it at that.
So I guess you want to be ranked in March.
You know what that says? We have a lot of work to do. That's what it says. As far as our coaching staff is concerned, that's exactly what it means. Is we have a lot of work to do.
So you wouldn't put yourself as the 20th best team in the country right now?
That's what I guess the so-called experts feel. We'll take it, but we just, like I said, we just feel that we have a lot of work to do, and to get to number one.
What do you have to work on most? Is it staying out of the penalty box?
Well, I think it's we obviously always you just want to clean up your systems. Just going back through that game again. There's small things that we need to clear up, and it's only 3 games in, but they're pretty glaring that other teams will see on tape and are going to expose. So we're going to have to just buckle down, and that's why we practice. So we have 3 more practices before we get to that game. And especially teams, I know our coaching staff has a lot of pride, and it showed on Saturday night with the power play. PK is honestly, we were structurally sound. Just a couple of those off bodies or whatever, and found the back of the net. So you just got to stay within your structure. It's when those goals are going in, you don't stay within your structure, that's when you're going to have some really serious problems.
Not to say that the PK didn't play well. That being said, they were on the ice for quite a while on
Right.
Saturday, especially some 5-on-3 opportunities. I know after that season opening win, you were saying you wanted this team to be more disciplined, not take some of those penalties. Is that still an area of emphasis?
Oh, that's always going to be an area of. Good teams don't put themselves in those spots. I would say that the elite teams, the teams that you'll see in the NCAAs and beyond, are teams that are disciplined. And if we want to be one of those teams, then we got to figure this out. And I think it starts, and we're having a little talk with our unity group here in about 5 minutes about it. Older guys tend to think that it doesn't apply to them because they feel there's safety in numbers, and there's no safety in numbers here. So we're going to make sure that that's cleaned up by those seniors, as well. Because when I looked at that stat sheet, it didn't say a lot of freshmen on it.
That was going to be one of my questions was, some of the systematic things you can drill,
Sure.
but not taking penalties, how do you even work on something like that when it's just discipline? In practice, how do you clean something like that up?
I think a little bit through the drills, more so as the drills progress. So you're working on them, and they're out there 25, 30 seconds, and they're going through, and You know, we sent an article out from Jimmy Johnson talking to the Florida football team going back, and fatigue makes cowards of us all. And when you start to get fatigued, you start to take those penalties, and that we just have to clean it up. But that comes from all of us as coaches. We call penalties in practice, and they get the over and backs or whatever. But I guess that's not getting through, so we're gonna have to try something else.
What do you see when you look at this Northeastern team that you guys have up here this weekend?
I see a team that was similar to the team you just saw here in UNO. Extremely fast, trained to transition to offense. They seem to have a lot of one-on-one players that can make you look foolish if you go lunging and you start, trying to go for these hits that just aren't there. So you really got to stay square and stay on the D side as best as possible against this team. And it's a very opportunistic team. Has a lot of depth up front, and they got some defensemen there that are, I'd say, a top 4 D, and one that is like, I'm trying to give you an analogy. He's probably like a Goss's bear back there. He wants that puck on his stick majority of the time, and good things are happening when he does have it. So that's not good for us.
Does it help at all when you're coming off a 2-game series against a team that is going to be similar as a team that you're going to face next? You don't have to completely revamp and your focus on how you approach this team.
Yeah, it does make the pre-scout a little easier, because you can just kind of show clips of which we did yesterday, of transition to defense. And for the most part, we'll see today how that goes, because we didn't do it much yesterday, if at all. So today will be a little bit of that. So I'm kind of curious to see our buy-in with that. And to me, transition to defense is to counter teams. It's a truest measure of your work ethic and how hard you want to work and how bad you want to battle for your teammates. And the best teams are clearly the ones that do that.